Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Legacy with Team Hypnotic. We're gonna go over this ban list they just dropped on us. It was kind of crazy. So we'll start off with the unlimited list. I don't think they necessarily did anything too crazy with this. So we got Cyberjar, that's up to 3. We got Danger Jackalope and Danger Tsuchinoki. Not really sure if I pronounced that right. Horrible at that pronunciation. I feel like if anything, these two will probably go into like tier decks and whatnot. Um, I highly doubt we'll see them, but maybe Dark Worlds as well. They might run more of these. You have Eva, that's going up to 3. Um, helps light fairy decks. The only thing I can think of is Low and all her friends. I don't even think they played them to begin with though. Then you got Monkey Board going to 3. I don't really see any sort of like Performer Pals or Odd Eyes decks becoming relevant. But I mean, it's there. Moving on to the semi-limited list. Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and White Dragon Wyver Burst. This is huge, in my own personal opinion, for D-Links. I think that we are going to start seeing more of them, especially with some of the hits that we'll go over later on. So I think D-Links are gonna start making a comeback to the meta. And then a semi limited list with the Ryzios. We got 3 of the names here: X, Ice, and Sword. Personally, I think these are some pretty big hits, especially with all the other stuff that got hit with it. Definitely seeing these guys on the list. I'm shocked to see so many on the list. But seeing the deck get hit was not a complete shock at all. That being said, Malice, they also got hit pretty heavy. Dormouse, White Rabbit, and Malice and Underground 2 each. I know a lot of people are saying that it's not like too bad of a hit, which I can agree with. Like it's not gonna kill the deck like the way Ryzio is getting hurt. But it's definitely gonna do enough damage to where now they're gonna have to pivot step and try to figure out a new way to get things moving a little faster. Morphing Jar to 2. Don't really see this becoming relevant anytime soon. It'll be cool seeing like maybe Cyber Jar and Morphing Jar coming back somehow. And like doing some goofiness, but I don't think it'll go any farther than that. We are seeing Snake Eye Ash and Poplar both come back up to 2. I don't think that'll be enough to bring Snake Eyes back personally. Especially since we still lost OG Sinful Spoils. So, but we'll see. Shavara going to 2, I think, is going to be really, really good. Especially for the Unchained players. As well as possibly Ubel, maybe. Having that extra Shavara for their Unchained combos is pretty nice. Druid Worm getting hit to 1. Also not really shocked about. Mag already got the hit to 1, so seeing Druid Worm get hit to 1 just wasn't really a big shocker to me. Honestly, I was expecting Druid Worm to possibly be banned, but I'm not upset with it at all, especially since Fiendsmith did not get touched in this list. So Bestials are going to be very important as far as countering them. Shifter to 1. There's nothing better. I mean, banning it completely, yeah, that would be better. But like, this is what made the list for me. Shifter to 1 had me beyond ecstatic. As a player that enjoys his graveyard very much. Masterpiece. I'm not very familiar with Masterpiece. Looking at his effects, I'm assuming it's gonna go with like the Apophis cards and stuff like that. Um, so we might see him get played in that, but I'm not 100% sure. Circular coming to 1. I'm already hearing, Malice and Malice running like a little math mech engine and whatnot. Not really sure how that'll work. I can't wait to see, what they come up with, especially with the hits that they've taken already. Bonfire to 1. I'm not shocked at all. The OCG saw it. You know, after what happened with Snake Eyes, after what's going on with Rizio now, like, I mean, those decks were pretty dominant, and yeah, Bonfire to 1 is just, it makes sense. Brilliant Fusion. Getting this to 1, all right, it's pretty interesting. I've heard some chatter for Blue Eyes decks using this. It's a pretty neat idea. I don't know how effective it'll be, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cross out and talents to 1. That is kind of nutty to me personally. Especially with hand traps being as dominant in the meta as they are currently. Taking away the protection from them or the interactions, afterwards, is very, very shocking to me, to say the least. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Detonator to 1. I love it. I love Detonator to 1. I played Rizio for a hot minute. Just like testing it out and stuff. I personally don't like the deck. Didn't like the deck. But it just wasn't my style of play. So seeing Detonator get hit to 1, I was pretty happy about. Moving on to the Forbidden list. Oh man, Griffin. Hey, listen, that Griffin lock was insane, and I'm so happy we don't got to deal with it anymore. Simple as that. So I feel like, Malice will have to find a new way to, get it done, but Griffin ain't gonna be it. Link Decoder is an interesting hit. I'm not too shocked that they hit it, but I'm just curious as to how Malice will go and like pivot from this, because they have the Fiendsmith lines, but if they don't open any Fiendsmith cards or they can't get enough bodies out, typically they leaned on the link decoder and linking up and whatnot, like link climbing and whatnot, to get to where they needed to be. But now they don't have this, so I'm curious to see how this will affect the deck. Abyss Dweller and Bahamut Shark. So Abyss Dweller is phenomenal for any graveyard deck. Blue Eyes, Tier Elements, anything that activates Engrave, phenomenal. Very, very happy about Abyss Dweller going. The only issue with Dweller going is it opens up decks like the Mermail Atlantean stuff to run pretty rampant, I think. Like, we got Droll and stuff, but I'm pretty sure the deck can play through Droll. So, yeah. And now, without Abyss Dweller and with Shifter down to 1, Tier's going to be crazy. I'm going to call it now. Tier's going to be crazy. Bahamut Shark, I mean, that just makes Toad not usable in Rizio. So, that feels really, really nice. So, yeah. That being said, looking at this list and seeing, everything that got hit, everything that got, brought back and whatnot, a few of the different decks that we are expecting to see are going to be stuff like anything with Fiendsmith, you know. So like Fiendsmith Malice is going to be huge. We had already started to see an influx of this deck, but now with the hits that it's taken, Fiendsmith Malice is going to be so much more dominant, and we'll probably see Fiendsmith Malice Math Mech a lot, but that'll probably just be in the beginning. Not really sure how well those will mesh. With Rizio taking the hit as heavily as it did, Fiendsmith Rizio is going to be like the go-to version of the deck in my personal opinion. We will not see pure. At least I don't think we will, because without having that, second detonator to really like back you up, one like Metaltronus or whatever like just shuts down the deck. Memento, I mean, they won the YCS. There's not really much else to say about that. Like, we're gonna see more Memento. I've actually been complaining about this deck a lot. It has a lot of different things that it can do, so definitely a deck to look out for. The Apophis cards, we'll probably start seeing a lot of this, especially like I said, Masterpiece being here. Like, that'll be interesting to see, like possibly Masterpiece and the Apophis cards, and then even like Fiendsmith Apophis. Like, that's just gonna be insane, especially since like Fiendsmith is just like splashable everywhere. It reminds me of Kashtira's in like that sense. And then Blue Eyes, they didn't touch Blue Eyes at all, so we're still gonna see a lot of Primite Blue Eyes. We'll probably see Fiendsmith Blue Eyes and whatnot. And like Pure's not too bad either, but we'll definitely be seeing more like Primite Blue Eyes. I predict that we're gonna be seeing some Dragon Link, with the addition of the White Dragon and the Black Dragon. Those are huge. Getting a second one of each back, that's awesome. And then taking away the Shifter and the Abyss Dweller and whatnot. Like, this is just, I feel, in my own personal opinion, gonna be open season for D-Link. Sharvara, like I said, is gonna open up Unchained. You'll probably see more U-Bells around. Tier Elements. With Shifter gone, Abyss Dweller gone, Tier Elements is about to go insane. I'm pretty sure they'll run the Dangers as well, which is gonna be kind of nutty. I can't wait to see what's cooked up with that. And then we'd already seen some Fire King going on. They never really used Bonfire to begin with, so like Fire Kings wasn't heard on this list. So I personally think that we'll still see Fire King around.